Hello and welcome to this quick one. I wanted to get out before Halloween, even though I'm not recommending a horror movie. It's horror-esque. I think it's kind of offensive. It's considered a horror movie, but whatever. 1932's Freaks. First, this is the first film from the 30s that I've watched, and is I guess for a basic plot, which there kind of isn't one. There's in a great circus. In this circus, there's this little person who is 100% clearly German, named Hans, who's in love with a bigger person who's 100% clearly Russian, named Cleopatra. Now, what I'm going to say is it's later revealed that actually Hans is in possession of this large, wealth, inheritance, I guess. So he's just wealthy. But that's not really revealed early on. And throughout the film, you're like, oh, well, is she just messing with him? In terms of why wouldn't does she just think it's funny to mess with, this little person? And when the film's not following this very underdeveloped romance, it's instead kind of centered around the other circus performers. And I think this is really where it stands out, and kind of the more comedic aspects start popping out. Specifically, I really enjoyed the Siamese twins and all the humor that comes with it. And of course, the scene that everyone talks about being the ending, which I won't spoil. But what was particularly interesting for me in looking up this film, or I guess reasons to watch it, and then wanting to recommend it with this, was that this might be the first case of studio interference. We always hear now of directors getting screwed over by their studios and whatnot, but this is the first one. I think so. With a runtime of an hour and 6 minutes, there was actually a whole 30 minutes completely snipped out because of early on when I guess test screenings were being done. There's a lot of negative reactions, so much so that craziest reaction being a woman claiming that she got I believe they call them miscarriages. And obviously, I think it's universal. I should have looked that up. They were like, well, we gotta edit some stuff out. And I think a lot of the structural issues I have with it, the main motivation for the romance not being revealed until 20 minutes left, that probably has to do something with it. And there's actually the very last scene, it's so overexposed and just okay, yeah, this is a reshoot. Rest in peace to Todd Browning for I guess being the first director to ever get screwed over. And his his cut, I guess I'll call it, could never be seen. I guess it must have been destroyed years ago. Yeah. That's the real horror. Not the ending. Not that it's October. I don't know. It's studio interference. That's the real scare.